Howdy folks, Greyhawk 4x4 coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer. And it's beer 30. Let's go. Today's selection. It's called Dick Danger Ale by the Dick's Brewing Company. And I bought it for one of the reasons I bought it simply for that cool label. I thought it was just a pretty cool looking label. And anything called Danger Ale sounds like it needs to be tested out. This is one of the ones that my wife and I picked up on during our vacation to the Great Pacific Northwest. This brewery is in Centralia, Washington, and this beer is 5.2% volume, alcohol by volume. And as I've already shown you, there's what she looks like right there. And she smells fabulous. That's delicious. Okay, there's a beer that I have done before on one of these episodes. It's one of my favorite beers. It's called Hobgoblin Ale. It's by the Witchwood Brewery over in England, and this tastes very similar to that. Yes. Pretty close. And of course I can't get this here either as far as I can tell. Damn it. So what you've got is you've got a very rich, deep flavored brown ale, in my opinion. This one has something else in it. It has, it's got something that's giving it a little bit more bite than, say, Hobgoblin. And it's not the alcohol content, because Hobgoblin's, right about the same alcohol content. There's something else in there. I'm not sure what it is. It may just be that it's a little bit more carbonated. But it definitely has a little bit of a stronger flavor. It's delicious. I would highly recommend this. Dick Danger Ale by the Dick's Brewing Company. So, let's see if there's anything written on here about it. Let's see. Nope, there isn't anything written on there. So, anyway, for those of you that don't know, this is my series that I generally find a craft beer to test, and we do that. This one I had never tried before. I will generally disclaim that if it's something I've tried before, or if this is the first time. This is the very first time I've ever tasted this. So we do this once or twice a month, and I generally talk about beer, and then I talk about whatever else happens to be going on that I'm interested in, and you're welcome to chime in below. So, aside from this wonderful beer, been playing my weekly D&D game right back there, and we're doing a 3.5 campaign. It's a homebrew. Our dungeon master is his name's Brad, and it's a game where I asked him yesterday, I said, when did you create this? And he said he created the actual game world about 25 years ago. He's actually a little bit older than me. He's just over 50, I believe. And so he's actually a little older than me. And this game world he's had around for, like he said, 20, 25 years or whatever. So we're getting to explore that. Then in addition, on Saturday nights, which was last night, we have our every other week Pathfinder game that we actually go and travel to. So, been doing that. There is another interesting gaming topic to talk about. Everquest 2. If any of you out there that play MMOs, Everquest 2 just opened up what they're calling time-locked servers. And they did this before with the original Everquest a long time ago. But they're doing it with Everquest 2 now. And what it is, it's that they've locked it so that content, the newer content, is locked, and it will not be unlocked until the community, the players themselves, vote on it to be unlocked. So what that's doing is, if you create a character on the time-locked servers, you're starting from scratch, and you're eliminating the problem where if you go on to regular EverQuest 2, one of the regular servers, it's almost impossible to find groups at the lower level content because it's been out for so long, over 10 years, that everybody's way past all that, and it's almost impossible to find groups for that lower content. With the time lock servers, everybody on the time lock server is locked in at the beginning like that, and it's a perfect time to get in there and experience all the content in progression all the way up to the newer content, and you can get into a guild with the same people and experience all that content with the same people like MMOs are supposed to be. So, and the other thing that they've done is they have a time lock regular server and a time lock PvP server. So if you don't wish to be involved in player versus player, you can do that and conversely, if you do want a PvP, there is a server for that. There's a lot of other restrictions to make it feel more hardcore to the hardcore people that before everybody started getting all of these veteran rewards, which make you even more powerful at lower levels and everything. There's no access to any of that stuff. So you're basically playing the game like it was, for people when they first started playing it. It's very much bare bones, and it's a lot of fun. I started a character on the time lock server, the PvP one, because when I initially did my character on EverQuest 2, I didn't pick a PvP server, and I wish I had him. So I've kind of started that, and I'm having a lot of fun with it because it feels like everything's on even keel, and there's actually challenge involved. I mean, it's challenging because of all the restrictions and everything that are in place. So if you are interested, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, because the game, even though it's 10 years old, the graphics hold up. I mean, it was so ahead of its time graphics-wise. There were no computers back in the day that could even run it at full graphics. But now, of course, there are. The graphics are still quite good. So even though it's a 10-year-old game, check it out. Go to EverQuest 2. Check it out. See if you want to. You have to be a member to do the time lock servers. It's not, the free-to-play players cannot do the time lock servers. This is meant for the old school EverQuest 2 players that want to go back and experience stuff in proper progression and feel like they've got a challenge. So if it's something you're interested in, you might want to check that out. I'm liking it very much so far. So I guess that'll do it. If you can find yourself some Dick Danger Ale, I highly recommend this. This is fantastic. Now I just have to find out if I can somehow get it here. So anyway, guys, that should do it for this episode. We'll catch you on the flip side.